There are shopping bags covering my doormat on Christmas morning, dozens of them, filled with wrapped presents. 12 hours ago, someone broke into my apartment and stole every Christmas gift I owned, stole 4 months of savings, left my 6-year-old daughter crying, asking if Santa forgot her because she was bad. I had $12 in my bank account, no way to replace anything, no way to fix this. And now somehow, Christmas is back. Someone heard my daughter sobbing through these paper-thin walls last night. Someone knew exactly what was stolen. Someone spent the night making this right. I think I know who. But when I knock on his door to thank him, what I discover is going to break me in ways I never expected. Before we get into this, where are you watching from today? Share in the comments below. It's Christmas Eve morning. I'm lacing up my shoes for the breakfast shift at Morton's family restaurant when Bella stumbles out of her bedroom, still in her snowman pajamas, hair everywhere. "Is it Christmas yet?" she asks, rubbing her eyes. "Tomorrow, baby. One more sleep." "Can I see the presents under the tree?" "After I get home from work. Don't touch them while I'm gone, okay? Promise?" She crosses her heart. "Promise, Mama." I kiss her forehead. She smells like kid shampoo and sleep. 6 years old. 1st grade. The sweetest child who's ever existed. Draws me pictures every day. Makes up songs about our cat. Believes in magic even though life hasn't given her much reason to. Her father left when she was 2. Just walked out one Tuesday morning and never came back. No child support. No birthday cards. Nothing. It's been just us for 4 years. I work 2 jobs. Waitress at Morton's, cashier at the market. 65 hours a week on a good week. 75 when I can get overtime. I'm exhausted down to my bones. But Bella doesn't know we're poor. She doesn't know I eat ramen so she can have real food. She doesn't know I wear shoes with holes in them so she can have new ones. She just knows Mama works a lot, but loves her more than anything. And this year I saved enough to give her a real Christmas. 4 months of squeezing every dollar. $412 total. The dollhouse she wants. Art supplies. A winter coat because hers is too small and the zipper's broken. Books. Stuffed animals. Things I wrapped and hid in my closet and finally put under our little plastic tree last night after she fell asleep. Real presents. Not dollar store toys. Not secondhand Goodwill finds. Presents from a real store. I've never been able to do this before. Never had enough. But this year I did it. And tonight, Christmas Eve, after my shifts, I'm going to come home and watch Christmas movies with her, and we're going to have the best Christmas morning tomorrow. That's the plan anyway. I work the breakfast shift. 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Coffee and pancakes and eggs for families who are happier and less tired than me. My feet hurt. My back hurts. But I smile and say, "Merry Christmas Eve," and collect tips that I'll add to next month's rent. At 2, I clock out. Drive across town to the market. Work the register from 3 to 9 p.m. Holiday shoppers. Last-minute panic. Long lines. People stressed and rude because they waited until Christmas Eve to buy presents. I don't judge. I was shopping last week myself, carefully counting every dollar. At 9 p.m., I clock out. Buy some food for our dinner with the tips from earlier and text Mrs. Norton upstairs who's been watching Bella. "Coming to get her now." "No rush," she texts back. "We made cookies. She's watching Elf." I drive home. It's cold. Portland, December, cold. Wet and gray and dark by 4:30 p.m. Christmas lights on houses make everything look warmer than it is. I'm thinking about tomorrow. About Bella's face when she sees the dollhouse. About maybe making pancakes for breakfast. About how we'll spend the whole day in our pajamas and it'll be perfect. I pull into our apartment building parking lot at 9:47 p.m. Our building is old, rundown, 12 units. Half the exterior lights don't work, but rent is $850 and that's all I can afford. I climb the stairs. When I hit the 2nd floor, I look at my door instinctively. Unit 2A, Home. The first thing I notice is the door. It's open. Not all the way. Just cracked. And the frame is splintered around the lock. My stomach drops. I run to my door and push it open. Bella? Mrs. Norton? They're not here. Bella's with Mrs. Norton upstairs, but I see immediately that someone else was. The apartment is ransacked, drawers pulled open, cushions thrown off the couch, my bedroom torn apart, and the Christmas tree, our little plastic tree in the corner, is bare. Every present gone, every single wrapped gift, the dollhouse, the art supplies, the coat, the books, everything. Gone. I stand there in the doorway and can't breathe, can't think. 4 months, 412. Everything I had, gone. I call 911. Police come. Take a report. Dust for fingerprints. Tell me what I already know. Probably neighborhood kids. Probably sold the stuff already. Probably won't recover anything. File an insurance claim. Except I don't have renter's insurance because I can't afford it. They leave around 11 p.m. I'm sitting on the couch staring at the empty tree when Mrs. Norton brings Bella upstairs. Natalie? Oh my God, what happened? The police were here. Someone broke in. Stole the presents. Bella looks at the tree. At the empty space underneath. Her little face crumbles. Where are my presents? Baby. Someone took it. Someone bad came and took the presents. But Santa. Santa's still coming, right? Tomorrow morning? I can't speak. Can't tell her the truth. That Santa already came. That I'm Santa. That I saved for months and it's gone and I have $12 in my bank account until next Friday's paycheck and no way to replace anything. Mrs. Norton sees my face, kneels down. Bella? Honey? Let's go back upstairs. We'll have more cookies. I want to stay with Mama. I know, sweetie, but Mama needs to clean up. No! Bella's crying now. Full sobs. I want Mama. I want my presents. Did Santa forget me? Was I bad? And that breaks me. Completely shatters me. I pull her into my arms, hold her while she cries. No, baby. No, you weren't bad. You're the best girl in the whole world. Santa didn't forget you. Then where are my presents? I don't know, sweetheart. I don't know. We sit on the floor together. She's sobbing into my shoulder. I'm crying silently so she won't hear. And through the wall, the thin, cheap wall between our apartment and 3B, I hear movement. Someone's next door. Listening to all of this. Harold Bailey, our neighbor. 82 years old. Lives alone. Never speaks to anyone. Grumpy old man who yells at kids for being too loud in the hallway, who glares at me when I smile at him, who I've been slightly afraid of since we moved in 2 years ago. He's hearing everything. Bella crying, me trying to comfort her, the worst moment of our lives. And I don't care. Can't care. All I care about is my daughter asking if she was bad. If that's why Santa forgot her, I don't sleep that night. Can't. Bella finally cried herself to sleep around 1 a.m. I tuck her into bed, then sit in the living room staring at the empty tree. I have $12. $12 until Friday. No presents. No way to fix this. No way to give my daughter Christmas. I've failed her. Completely failed her. At 3 in the morning, I hear sounds again through the wall. Movement. Heavy things being dragged. His door opening and closing multiple times. Footsteps in the hallway. Right outside my door. Then silence. I don't get up to check. Too exhausted. Too broken. Just sit there in the dark and try to figure out what I'm going to tell Bella in the morning. 6 a.m. Christmas morning. Bella will be awake soon. I'm in the kitchen making coffee when I hear it. A soft knock on the door. I freeze. It's 6 in the morning. Who knocks at 6 a.m. on Christmas? I look through the peephole. Nobody there. But I hear footsteps going down the stairs. Fast. Like someone running away. I unlock the door. The police helped me rig the broken lock last night with a temporary fix, and open it. Shopping bags. Everywhere. Filled with wrapped presents. I step into the hallway, look around. Nobody. Just bags and bags of gifts on my doormat. I kneel down. Open the first bag. It's the dollhouse Bella wanted. I know it is because of the shape. The wrapping paper is the same I used. I open the other bags. These are my gifts. Bella's gifts. It's all back. There's a card. Small envelope tucked into one of the bags. I open it with shaking hands. Inside, in old-fashioned handwriting, Santa didn't forget. He never forgets good children. Merry Christmas. No signature. No name. I sit there in the hallway surrounded by bags and cry. Just cry. Because someone did this. Someone heard my daughter crying last night and brought everything back. But who? Mama, Bella's voice behind me. She's standing in the doorway in her snowman pajamas, staring at the bags. What's happening? I think Santa came after all, baby. Really? Her eyes are huge. But the presents got stolen. I know. But Santa heard what happened, and he brought it back. She doesn't question it. She's 6. She believes. She starts pulling presents from bags, squealing with joy. Mama! Mama, look! It's a dollhouse! And art stuff! Oh my gosh! I'm crying and laughing and so overwhelmed I can barely function. But I help her carry everything inside. We pile presents under the tree, fill the empty space, make it look like the Christmas I'd wanted to give her. Bella is radiant, pure joy. She doesn't know these presents came from a person, not magic. But I know, and I need to find out who. There's only one person it could be. Only one person who could have heard everything last night. Harold Bailey, 3B. Our grumpy neighbor who never speaks. Who I've always been intimidated by. Who seems to hate everyone. After Bella opens all her presents, takes hours, she wants to examine every single thing. I tell her to play with her new toys while Mama does something. I walk next door. Knock on 3B. No answer. I knock again. Mr. Bailey? It's Natalie, from 2A. I just want to talk. After a long moment, the door opens. Just a crack. Harold Bailey peers out. He looks exhausted, like he hasn't slept. He's 82, thin, weathered, gray hair, deep-set eyes that have seen too much. What do you want? His voice is gruff, unfriendly. I want to thank you. For what? For the presents. For what you did for Bella. I know it was you. Nobody else could have heard. Don't know what you're talking about. He starts to close the door. I catch it with my hand. Please, Mr. Bailey. I know it was you. And I can't. I can't even begin to thank you enough. You saved Christmas for my daughter. You saved me from breaking her heart. How can I ever repay? I peek through the crack in the open door. See inside his apartment for just a second. It's empty. Not messy. Not cluttered. Empty. No furniture except a single chair and what looks like a sleeping bag on the floor. Nothing on the walls. Nothing anywhere. Like someone sold everything they owned. Wasn't me. His voice is firm. Don't know anything about presents. Merry Christmas. He closes the door. I hear the lock click. I stand there for a moment. He denied it, but I know. I know it was him. Over the next few days, I can't stop thinking about it. Can't stop thinking about that empty apartment, about an 82-year-old man sleeping on the floor, about where all his furniture went. I do some digging. Talk to Mrs. Norton. She's lived here longer than anyone. She tells me Harold has been here 15 years. Used to have a nice apartment. Furniture, TV, decorations. Wife died a few years ago. Son doesn't visit. The pieces come together. He heard Bella crying, heard her ask if Santa forgot her, and he sold everything for a child he doesn't know. But why? And how? I need to understand. A few days after Christmas, I make extra dinner. Lasagna. Too much for me and Bella. I bring a plate next door. Knock. Harold opens the door. Same gruff expression. What? I made too much dinner. Thought you might like some. It's still warm. I'm not hungry. Mr. Bailey, please, I know you won't admit what you did, but let me at least give you dinner. It's the least I can do. He stares at me for a long moment, then reluctantly takes the plate. Fine. Thank you. Door closes. I keep bringing him dinner. Every few days. Sometimes he answers. Sometimes he doesn't. When he does, he always takes the food but never invites me in. Never admits what he did. But slowly, very slowly, he starts to soften. One day in January, Bella is with me when I knock. She peers around my legs. Hi, Mr. Bailey. He looks down at her. Hello. Thank you for taking Mama's food. She's a really good cook. I'm sure she is. Do you like pictures? I draw lots of pictures. I suppose pictures are fine. I'll draw you one. What do you like? Dogs? Cats? Unicorns? For the first time, I see something that might be a smile. Barely. Just at the corner of his mouth. Surprise me. Bella lights up. Okay. The next day, she draws him a picture of a cat wearing a Santa hat. I bring it to his door. This time, when he answers, he actually looks at it. She's very talented, he says quietly. She is. She loves art, thanks to Santa bringing her all those supplies. I pause. Mr. Bailey, I don't know if you can hear through the walls, but she plays with those toys every day. The dollhouse, the art stuff, all of it, every single day. You made her so happy. I told you, it wasn't... I know what you told me, and I'm not going to push. But whoever did that, whoever gave up everything to help a stranger, they're a good person, the best kind of person, and I hope they know how much it mattered. He's quiet. Then, the little girl. Bella. She's okay now? After the break-in? She's okay, thanks to Santa. He nods slowly. Good. That's good. Over the next months, something shifts. Bella starts knocking on his door just to say hi, to show him her latest drawing, to tell him about school. And Harold, grumpy, isolated Harold who yells at kids in the hallway, never yells at her. He answers the door, looks at her pictures, listens to her stories, says that's nice, or good job, or just nods. But he answers. Every time. One day in March, Bella knocks on his door. Mr. Bailey, it's my birthday next week. I'm gonna be 7. We're having cake. Do you want to come? Through the door, I hear his voice, uncertain. I don't think... Please? Mama makes really good cake, and you're my friend now. Long silence. Then, what day? Saturday, at 2 o'clock. I'll think about it. Saturday comes. I make chocolate cake, Bella's favorite. Mrs. Norton comes down. A couple of kids from Bella's class. Small party. Bella keeps watching the door. Is Mr. Bailey coming? She asks me quietly. I don't know, sweetheart. He said he'd think about it. At 2:15, there's a knock. I open the door. Harold stands there looking uncomfortable, holding a small wrapped present. I wasn't sure I should come, he says. We're so glad you did. I mean it. Come in. He steps inside, looks around at the decorations, the kids playing, the chaos of a 7-year-old's birthday party. Looks completely out of place. Bella runs over. Mr. Bailey, you came. Did you bring that for me? He hands her the present. Happy birthday. She tears into it. It's a sketchbook, real artist paper, and a set of professional colored pencils, expensive ones. Oh wow, Mr. Bailey, this is so cool. Thank you. She hugs him. Just throws her arms around his waist and hugs him. He stands there frozen, arms at his sides, like he doesn't know what to do. Then slowly, carefully, he pats her head. You're welcome. After that day, everything changes. Harold isn't just the neighbor anymore. He's Harold. He's Bella's friend. He sits with us sometimes when I bring dinner. Talks a little. Tells stories about being in the Navy, about his wife Ruth, who died 3 Christmases ago, about how empty his life has been since. He never mentions his son. When I ask once, he just says, "We don't talk anymore." That's all. In June, Bella starts calling him Harry, just decides on her own that Mr. Bailey or Harold are too formal. "Hi, Harry," she says when she sees him in the hallway. He stops. "Harry?" "Yeah, it's a nickname. It sounds friendlier. Do you like it?" He's silent for so long I think he's offended. Then his voice comes out rough, choked. "Nobody's ever called me that. In 82 years. Always been Harold." "Well, now you're Harry. Is that okay?" He nods. Can't speak. Just nods. Later that night, he knocks on my door. When I open it, his eyes are red. "Are you okay?" I ask. "She called me Harry." "I know. I hope that's okay. If it's not, I can tell her." "No." He shakes his head. "No, I've never had a nickname. My wife called me Harold. My son called me Dad or Sir. Nobody's ever just given me a name like that." "It means she loves you. You know that, right? She wouldn't give you a nickname if she didn't love you." "Why?" His voice breaks. "Why would she love me? I'm just the grumpy old man next door." "Because you're kind. Because you listen to her stories. Because you look at every picture she draws. Because you show up when she asks you to. Because you're not grumpy to her." He wipes his eyes. "I don't deserve this. Either of you. Yes, you do. You deserve all of it." Summer passes. Harold, Harry, becomes part of our lives. Part of our family. He comes to dinner once a week, sits on the floor with Bella while she draws, teaches her how to fold paper airplanes, tells her stories about the ocean and ships and places he's been. I watch him slowly come back to life. He's still quiet, still reserved, but there's warmth now, smiles, laughter when Bella says something funny. One evening in August, after Bella goes to bed, Harry and I sit in my living room drinking tea. "I need to tell you something," he says. "Okay." "Last Christmas, the presents. It was me. I know. I traded everything, every piece of furniture, Ruth's wedding ring, everything. Gave it all to those kids to get your daughter's presents back, to get her Christmas back." "Harry, you didn't have to." "Yes, I did." His voice is firm. "You want to know why? I'll tell you why. My son, Michael. He's 47 years old, lives in Seattle. Hasn't spoken to me in 4 years, but our relationship was never good. You want to know what I did? I worked too much. I was Navy, then civilian contractor. Gone all the time. Missed his childhood, his baseball games, his graduation. Everything. I thought I was providing. Thought that's what a father did. Work hard. Make money. Provide. He pauses. Takes a shaky breath. When Ruth died, Michael blamed me. Said that the stress and loneliness throughout life gave her cancer. Maybe he's right. I don't know. But he cut me off. Completely. I've called. Written letters. Nothing. He won't even tell me about my grandchildren. Tears are running down his face. So I spent 3 Christmases alone. Bitter, angry, hating everyone. Especially kids. Every time I saw a family, saw a father with his children, it reminded me of what I lost, what I threw away. And then Christmas Eve last year, I heard Bella crying through the wall. Heard her ask if Santa forgot her. Heard you trying to comfort her. And I remembered Michael at that age, 6 years old, asking me why I missed his birthday party, why I was never home, why Mommy cried so much. He's sobbing now, fully crying. I looked out my window, saw 2 kids running from the building, teenagers, carrying bags. I knew what they'd done. I knew they'd just destroyed your Christmas, destroyed that little girl's belief in everything good. He wipes his eyes. So I followed them. Old man in his bathrobe following two punk kids through the neighborhood at 10 at night. They went to this house 6 blocks away. Dealer's house. I know the type. Seen it in every port city I've ever been to. Kids stealing to feed habits or make quick money. I knocked on the door. They answered. Laughed at me. Old man asking for stolen presents back. I told them I'd give them something better. Furniture. TV. Jewelry. Real stuff they could sell for real money. Not toys and kids' clothes. Harry, you didn't... I did. We made a deal. I went back to my apartment. They followed. I gave them everything. The couch Ruth and I bought in 1985. The TV, her wedding ring, the dining table. Everything I owned except my clothes and Ruth's photo. They loaded it all into a truck, gave me the bags of presents, left. He looks at me with devastated eyes. By 3 in the morning, my apartment was empty, but I had your daughter's Christmas, so I carried it all to your door. Every bag. Took me 4 trips, and I left it there for Bella to find. You traded everything. Everything to get stolen presents back from criminals? I couldn't save my own son, couldn't give him what he needed when it mattered. But I could save her Christmas, could give one little girl one happy morning. That's all I wanted. Just one child who wouldn't spend Christmas crying. It mattered, I whisper. It saved us, both of us. No, you saved me. You and Bella. You let me in. You gave me a nickname. You made me part of your family. These last 8 months with you, they've been the happiest I've had in 3 years. You gave me more than I gave you. You gave me a reason to wake up, a reason to live. You gave me a family again when I thought I'd lost that forever. I'm crying too now. You're stuck with us, you know. You can't get rid of us now. He laughs through tears. I don't want to get rid of you. Good, because Bella would be devastated, and so would I. Fall comes. Bella starts 2nd grade. Harry walks her to the bus stop every morning, waits with her until the bus comes, waves goodbye. In October, he starts teaching her chess, sets up an old board on my kitchen table. They play every Saturday morning. I helped him buy some furniture back to live more comfortably. In November, we have Thanksgiving together. Me, Bella, Harry, Mrs. Norton. Small gathering. Harry brings pie, store-bought, but still. As we're eating, Bella looks at Harry. Harry, are you going to be here for Christmas? If you want me to be? Of course I want you to be. Your family. He has to excuse himself, goes to the bathroom, comes back 10 minutes later with red eyes. But he's smiling. Christmas comes again. 1 year since that terrible night. Since the break-in. Since the presents appeared. Since everything changed. We decorate the tree together, me, Bella, and Harry. Hang ornaments, string lights. Bella makes Harry put the star on top because she's not tall enough, and you're the tallest, Harry. Christmas morning, we open presents together. I bought Harry a warm coat. His was threadbare. Bella made him a drawing. Harry and Bella and Mama, written at the top. 3 stick figures holding hands. He stares at that drawing for a long time, then carefully folds it and puts it in his wallet. I'm going to keep this forever, he says. We spend the day together, watch movies, eat too much food, play games. It's perfect. That night, after Bella goes to bed, Harry sits with me in the living room. Thank you, he says quietly. For what? For letting me be part of this, for not giving up on me, for seeing past the grumpy old man. You were never grumpy, you were just lonely. I was both. He smiles sadly. But I'm not lonely anymore. For the first time in years, I'm not lonely. Winter turns to spring, spring to summer. Harry is at every birthday party, every school event, every milestone. He's Bella's adopted grandfather in every way that matters. In June, he gets sick. Just a cold at first. But it doesn't get better. He's 84 now. His body is tired. By August, it's pneumonia. He's hospitalized. I visit every day after work. Bring Bella when I can. One evening in late August, the doctor pulls me aside. He's not getting better. His heart is failing. No, he can't. We need him. Bella needs him. I'm sorry. Maybe a few more days, maybe a week. But that's all. I tell Harry. He nods like he already knew. I'm not afraid, he says. I've had 18 good months. That's more than I deserved. You deserved 50 more years. Maybe, but I got what I needed. I got to be Harry. I got to have a nickname. I got to have a family again. Bella comes in, climbs carefully onto the hospital bed, curls up next to him. I love you, Harry, she says. I love you too, Bella, so much. He dies 3 days later, peaceful, in his sleep. The funeral is small, just us, Mrs. Norton, a few people from the building who knew him, and one other person, a man in his late 40s. He walks in late, sits in the back, doesn't speak to anyone. After the service, I approach him. Are you Michael? He nods. How did you know? You look like him. Are you okay? I don't know. I got a call from the hospital. Didn't even know he was sick. Haven't talked to him in 20 years. I was angry for so long. And then I got the call that he died and realized I'd never told him. His voice breaks. I never told him I forgave him. He knew you were angry, but he understood why. Did he talk about me? He told me he failed you, that he worked too much and missed your childhood, that he lost you because of it. And he said those were his biggest regrets. Michael wipes his eyes. I was so angry. For so long. My mom died and I blamed him. Said he killed her. Said terrible things. Cut him off. And now he's dead and I can't take it back. He didn't expect you to take it back. He just hoped you were happy. That you had a good life. Do you have kids? A daughter. She's 8. Bella. Did he know her? He loved her. Like she was his own granddaughter. He was part of our family. He walked her to school every morning, played games with her, taught her chess. She called him Harry. Michael breaks down, full sobs. He never had a nickname. Nobody ever called him anything but Harold. Bella did. She decided Harold was too formal, so he was Harry. I should have been there, should have given him that, should have let him meet my kids, should have... You can't change the past, but your father knew you were angry, and he understood. And in his last months, he was happy. Really happy. That's what he wanted me to tell you if you ever showed up. That he was happy. That he was okay. Michael nods. Can't speak. Just nods. It's Christmas again now. 1 year since Harry died. Bella is 9. Still draws pictures constantly. Still talks about Harry like he's just in the other apartment. Do you think Harry can see us from heaven? She asks on Christmas morning as we decorate the tree. I think so, baby. I think he's watching. Good. Because I want him to see that we still put up his ornament. She points to the tree. There's a special ornament. One I made after he died. A simple wooden circle with Harry painted on it in Bella's handwriting. Do you miss him? I ask. Every day. But I'm happy I knew him. He was the best Harry in the whole world. He really was. We finish decorating. Bella steps back to admire the tree, smiles at Harry's ornament. Merry Christmas, Harry, she says to the tree. To the memory. To the grumpy old man who wasn't grumpy at all. Who was just lonely until a little girl decided to call him by a name nobody had ever used before. And I think about that Christmas Eve 3 years ago. About presents being stolen. About despair and fear and a daughter asking if she was bad. About an 82-year-old man selling everything he owned to give a stranger's child a Christmas. About how sometimes the grumpiest people sometimes have the biggest hearts. About how loneliness looks like anger until someone bothers to look closer. About how a single act of kindness, born from tragedy, can save more than one life. Harry saved us that Christmas, but we saved him too. Gave him back his purpose, his family, his name. Gave him 18 months of joy after 3 years of emptiness. Sometimes the greatest gift you can give someone isn't something you buy in a store. It's a place at your table, a nickname that means family, a reason to wake up in the morning. Sometimes the greatest gift is just being seen. Really seen. Not as the grumpy old man next door, but as Harry. So let me ask you, have you ever completely misjudged someone? Thought they were mean only to discover they were hurting? Would you have given someone a second chance to be more than their worst impression? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if this story reminded you that the loneliest people sometimes just need someone to see them, really see them, hit that subscribe button. Because the world needs more stories about how we're all just looking for a family. For a place to belong. For someone to call us by a name that means we matter,